Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a man accused of hiding from police is located in Bangor at a homeless camp. Plus, Maine lobstermen rally in the state's biggest city, worried how federal regulations could impact the industry. And it's a chance to solve the mystery about what type of apples might be growing in your yard. We'll tell you about a very special celebration coming up. Good morning, everyone. I am Craig Colson. Emma is off this week. We thank you for joining us today. We're going to start our broadcast today by checking out that forecast. Looks like a gray day ahead, and it looks like some stormy weather could be moving in tonight. Here's Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. All right, as we get things rolling out there this morning, here we are. We have aerial flood watches in effect, and that will last until about 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. We have heavy rain that will be on the way, and that will equal some problems, though, for some areas that experience a little bit of flooding. On top of that, though, we also have gale warnings, and we also have small crowd advisories, and both of these are also in effect. And it looks like we're also getting some wind advisories issued now as well. Honestly, I'm not surprised with the wind advisories either, as we are going to be dealing with gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour, especially later on. But moving forward, though, here's a look at the radar and satellite. Everything looking pretty decent for now. We are watching a few clouds moving in from the west, going toward the east. We're going to be watching for increasing clouds as the day progresses on before chances for rain showers start to increase tonight, and especially through the daytime tomorrow. But for now, we're going to be dry today. All the rain will be off toward the west. Anything that tries to develop will be very minimal at best, so I'm going with a mostly cloudy sky forecast for today overall. But moving forward, though, Futurecast showing those rain showers that will be moving in. The best opportunities will occur as we head towards Friday morning. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning period and afternoon period showing a mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All righty. Thank you, Devin. Well, in today's news, Bangor police have arrested a man in connection with an incident on Valley Avenue in Bangor. They say it was around 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. Officers responded to a report of a man brandishing a firearm and threatening people at the homeless encampment up in the woods along Valley Avenue. Police say based on the description and other information gathered, they believe the person with a firearm was 37-year-old Trevor James Lyons of Bangor. They say officers had failed to locate Lyons at his home in a previous attempt to arrest him on outstanding warrants. They believed he was hiding out in various places around the city to evade arrest, to include homeless encampments. Bangor police say after they entered the encampment, they found Lyons attempting to hide behind a tree. There was a brief standoff when officers attempted to take him into custody. Police say he resisted, and one officer was injured during the struggle. Lyons was arrested, however, and a Bangor police canine located the firearm believed to be involved. Lyons has been booked into the Penobscot County Jail on 4 outstanding warrants for his arrest, with additional charges now pending. Well, a Mainer was arrested after police say they caught a vehicle traveling over 120 miles per hour on I-95 in New Hampshire. It happened early Wednesday morning. New Hampshire State Police troopers spotted a BMW going 118 miles per hour on I-95 in Northampton. That was around 3 in the morning. The car kept on going, and police say they eventually caught up with the vehicle on I-95 in Greenland, where troopers clocked the driver going 127 miles per hour. Troopers pulled the car over, and the driver, 18-year-old Haley Lawrence of Elliott, Maine, was arrested, and Lawrence was now charged with reckless driving. Well, a rally in support of the lobster industry attracted people from all over the state to Portland. They're concerned how new regulations will impact their livelihoods. Matthew Jaroncic has the details.
I'm here at the Don't Tread on Maine Lobster Rally, where behind me, hundreds of lobster men and women came out to support the fight being put on the lobster industry. Lobster men and women from across the state traveled to DeMillo's on the Water Wednesday afternoon. They are pushing for the state to file a lawsuit against Monterey Bay Aquarium, who recently red-listed Maine lobsters.
We need the state of Maine to step up and be plaintiffs and step up to defend us. Coming to our defense as interveners just isn't enough right now.
Members of the lobster community made themselves known with the posters and attire they wore throughout the rally. Deer Isle lobsterman Dwight Staples says this is the kind of support they needed.
It just excites me to see so many people coming out in support of the fishing industry because it means so much to Maine. It's a way of life. It's part of the coastal communities, and to have it under attack is something we're going to defend.
Members of the lobster community spoke out, saying Maine congressional leaders need to do more.
Governor Mills, you should be ashamed of yourself. Any congressional leader that is taking campaign money for these donors should give it back. They are essentially buying you to push their agenda. That is not your job. Your job is to hear the Maine people.
Congressman Jared Golden and former Congressman Bruce Poliquin were among the attendees at the rally. Deer Isle lobsterwoman Virginia Olson hopes this rally will get the attention of state leaders.
The importance of this rally is asking everyone to action. That action item is to go on to don'ttreadonmainelobster.com, send a quick note to Aaron Fry to say, please step up and make that motion. Go and file legal action on behalf of the Maine lobstermen and step up as plaintiffs and stand up for Maine.
Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
In other news, a Canadian business is acquiring its second Bangor area transportation company. A statement from the firm says Bison Transport will acquire 100% of the issued and outstanding shares of Pottles Transportation. That's effective October 31st. Pottles is headquartered in Herman. The second-generation company has over 200 tractors and 750 trailers. Bison Transportation acquired Hart Transportation at the end of last year, ending 73 years of local ownership. Bison's president and CEO, Rob Penner, said, quote, "We're excited about the next step in our U.S. growth. The investment in Pottles punctuates our commitment to the region, the customers, and the great people we have in our business. We look forward to connecting our most recent acquisition of Hart Transportation with Pottles as we continue to build Bison Transport USA." A well-known businessman and promoter of country music in Maine has died. If you are of a certain age, you'll remember Richard Dick Stacy and Dick Stacy's Country Jamboree that ran right here on WVII during the 1970s and 80s. It was a country talent show that aired on Saturday evenings. Stacy's promoting skills gave countless local and national artists a stage to perform. He's also remembered for his colorful commercials promoting the gas station he owned. Dick Stacy was inducted into the Maine Country Music Hall of Fame back in 2021. He passed away on Monday, surrounded by his wife and family. Dick Stacy was 85 years old. Well, a reenactment group is bringing one of Bangor's most historic events to life. Devin Dagnault with that story.
Public enemy number one, shot and killed on the streets of Bangor? What are you talking about? That never happened. Oh, yes, it did.
Here by my feet is the gravesite of Alfred James Brady, public enemy number one during the 1930s. His headstone is decorated with buttons and pennies to memorialize him and the last stand he and his gang took here in Bangor.
October 12th marks the 85th anniversary of the Al Brady gang shootout. According to Richard Shaw, Bangor's historian, the event only lasted 40 seconds, but it echoes through the city of Bangor's history even to this day.
It's sort of become folded into Bangor's wild and woolly history, Prohibition, and before that, the bootlegging. The fact that something so was witnessed by so many people, including my mother, I think it's important to know that crime does not pay, and Bangor got them, not New York, not Boston or Indianapolis, where they came from.
In honor of the day, the Al Brady Reenactment Group reenacted the arrest of James Dolliver, the only member of the gang that survived the shooting on Central Street.
We came to buy a machine gun to go deer hunting. What's wrong with that? Come on, show's over here now.
The group also held a small memorial service to honor what G.P. Palmer calls the good and the bad.
Alfred James Brady, age 27, shot and killed right here on Central Street.
To mark the historic anniversary, the group also unveiled a marker at the Mount Hope Cemetery to guide future historians to the final resting place of the once notorious gangster.
A lot of people think that we're trying to glorify bad guys. The reality is just the opposite is true. In most of my things I say, Bangor beats the Brady gang, because that's really what it's about, and crime does not pay.
In Bangor, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, the time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, authorities gather in Fairfield to discuss a rash of problems caused by local juveniles. But first, let's take another look at that forecast. Looks like a gray day ahead with lots of clouds, mild temperatures though, up around 67. And then the rain and wind arrives tonight. We'll be right back.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
Friday, get this. The one, the only. Ed Sheeran is here, live. Ooh, I love it when you do it like it's Ed Sheeran in a GMA morning concert event. Friday only on Good Morning America. Sponsored by CarMax.
I may be close to retirement, but I'm as busy as ever. And thanks to Voya, I'm confident about my future. Voya provides guidance for the right investments. They make me feel like I've got it all under control.
Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
The University of Maine Black Bears take on the Monmouth Hawks this Saturday at 1 on your local sports leader, ABC 7.
You bet your life.
You're a former exotic dancer. Pour some sugar on me. I wasn't expecting the sugar, Kev.
Sweetens the pot.
You get this, you get $1,000. Kev's got the money right there.
One question at a time.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. The town of Fairfield invited District Attorney Megan Maloney and Department of Corrections Commissioner Randall Liberty, along with a delegation of local legislators, to a town hall meeting last night. The discussion focused on issues they're having in the town with juvenile mischief. During that meeting, Fairfield Police Chief Thomas Gould said they've received 27 complaints regarding juvenile behavior since the beginning of the month.
Mooning, mostly swearing, in traffic, just general all over town. But it's important that we all remember it's a small group of kids that are out there. 90% of the kids that we see out there are really decent kids. They want this problem fixed as much as we do.
There will also be a town hall style meeting with Police Chief Thomas Gould at the Community Center in Fairfield today. That will be held at 5 p.m. Any questions for the chief will be answered then. The Maine Department of Environmental Protection is offering the company that owns the Shawmut Dam an opportunity to submit an updated application. That decision was announced yesterday. A statement sent out from Maine DEP says it comes after Brookfield Renewable Energy very recently amended its application to the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission for a new license for the dam. The statement says the amended application provides significant new information about proposed measures Brookfield would take to protect Atlantic salmon. The FERC is now gathering public comment on the new information. The public comment period closes on October 25th. DEP will then consider all the information and merits of the application. According to the DEP statement, yesterday's decision, does not change the dam's current operation, and Governor Mills has made it clear that she will not support any action in the relicensing process that would jeopardize the future of the Sappi Mill. Two of the three candidates running for governor presented their views on a wide range of topics this week. That special forum was held at Thomas College earlier this week as part of the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce Breakfast Series. One issue discussed was that Maine businesses are unable to find enough workers or enough skilled employees. Independent Sam Hunkler and Republican Paul LePage were asked how they would address that problem.
We need to keep our young here, and we need to stop the brain drain that goes on here, which means that we do need to create jobs, and we need to create incentives for people to come here as businesses, and we need to have loans that are not so much matching loans, but loans that can start businesses right away through grants.
We have to stop paying people to stay home. Right now, we've gone from 65% down to 58.8%, and these people are staying home.
The candidates were asked a variety of questions about various topics, ranging from an expansion of rail service to what they would do to help areas that have detected PFAS or forever chemicals. When asked how they would help ease healthcare shortages and stabilize the healthcare system, the two candidates found some common ground.
I would also repeal the COVID vaccine mandate so that we can get all those people who stopped and quit and were forced out of work to get back to work. That's one of the biggest reasons why we have such a health care shortage in this state.
Everyone that was fired by the mandate should be rehired immediately, period. We have group homes. We've lost 30 group homes. We've lost 8 nursing homes. Hospitals are absolutely full of people.
Governor Janet Mills is also running for the office again, but did not attend that special forum. Well, the time now is 6:16. Coming up later on Good Morning Maine, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones ordered to pay a boatload after lying about the Sandy Hook massacre. But first, we'll head to Unity, where they're preparing for the Great Maine Apple Day celebration, a chance to learn about fruit that might be growing in your own yard. We'll be right back.
Visit VarneyFord.com today.
I'll always be an independent fighter for you.
Maybe he used to be. But when it mattered, Jared Golden helped Joe Biden hike taxes by billions on people making as little as $20,000 a year, and nearly doubled the IRS, targeting middle-class families for more, all while giving new tax breaks to the elite. Jared Golden. He's not our independent fighter anymore. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select as many veterans as possible to win a gift card. Locally sponsored by McLaughlin Seafood, Mountain Sports Shop, Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
Have you ever wondered what type of apples grow on the trees around your home? Well, this weekend will bring a chance to solve that mystery as people celebrate Great Maine Apple Day in Unity.
This is an exciting time of year for the Maine Organic Farmers and Gardeners Association. They're preparing to welcome people to the Maine Heritage Orchard for a fun and educational event.
October is a really sort of special time of year where there's like this short window before the freeze comes, and there's an abundance of food all around us.
The Great Maine Apple Day celebration will get underway Sunday and will include guided tours, cider pressing, and special panels where people can learn about growing fruit here in Maine, including grapes and pears. This particular pear is known as Louise.
And it was traditionally grown in Maine in the 19th century. And so we've been each year planting a few more pears that were traditionally grown in Maine.
LAFCA workers are now busy getting ready for the free event, making sure only the best apples will be ready for tasting.
This Sunday will also be a great opportunity for people who have trees in their own yards. If you have any apples around there or pears that you want to have identified, simply bring them here this weekend and the experts will do the rest.
I'd bring, like 8 or 10 apples that are representative of the variety.
Along with bringing in apple samples, people are also asked to bring in photos of the tree and its trunk. They also want to know about the tree's history. If it turns out to be an unknown variety, you'll have a chance to name it whatever you wish.
Pretty neat idea. And again, all you have to do, they say, is bring in 8 or 10 apples from around your home, a couple of pictures of the tree so they know kind of where it was growing. And hopefully those experts might be able to figure out what kind of apples you do have around your house. Again, that will be held this Sunday in Unity right down by the Common Ground Fairgrounds. Well, time now to get a full look at our forecast. Looks like some stormy weather moving in after that nice sunny streak we just enjoyed. Could have quite a bit of rain, too. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. All right, as we get things rolling this morning, we do have aerial flood watches that are in effect, and that will last until about 8 a.m. on Saturday, though. And here are all the counties right here, pretty much the entire viewing area under this aerial flood watch. And this will last until 8 a.m. on Saturday as heavy rainfall will be possible during that time frame. You may not notice we also have some wind advisories in effect because of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour that will be possible from time to time, which has prompted some gale warnings that are also in effect until 8 p.m. on Friday as well. The radar on satellite is quiet for now. We just have some clouds moving in. Some returns on the radar farther off towards the north. I think most of us will stay dry out there today with a mostly cloudy sky. All the precipitation is out toward the west, tracking off toward the east. And we're going to keep this rolling throughout the daytime today. So that's why we're going to be watching for the chances for showers increasing later on tonight, and especially guaranteed for the daytime tomorrow. And the gusty winds, again, will be an issue out there as they will increase up to around 25 miles per hour later today. It's really as we head towards tomorrow, I have to watch for gusty winds that can reach up to around 40 miles per hour at times, and that is why we have those wind advisories that are in effect. Wave heights, they are calm for now, only at around 1 to 3 feet according to some of the buoys out there, but expect this to get a lot higher as that cold front begins to move in. Average high is now 59 degrees. Will be in the upper 60s today, lower 60s Friday, back in the middle 60s Saturday and Sunday, then falling back into the upper 50s Monday to Tuesday, and the lower 50s as we head towards your Wednesday. We have a new fall foliage report out now, and everyone's starting to proceed farther into the fall foliage time frame. Pretty much everyone, Millinock, Bangor, Ellsworth, pretty much close or at peak, including Greenville remaining at peak at this time. So get outside and enjoy the fall foliage before a lot of the leaves begin to blow away. But otherwise, though, moving forward, Futurecast, a mostly cloudy sky. So I think any rainfall will hold off until later on tonight, though, as those rain showers will move in slowly from west to east. And a tight pressure gradient as well, with that gusty wind that can reach up to around 20 to 30, even 40 miles per hour at times. And we'll keep the rain chances going through parts of Friday and parts of Saturday morning before things start to slowly back off. So we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up in a few spots. So at least through parts of Saturday evening, run us through before another round begins to move in, at least by Monday. So some decent rainfall on the way, which is good news. Some parts of the state are still in drought. So for today, upper 60s, mostly cloudy and breezy. That south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Middle 50s on the way tonight, rain likely and windy. That southeast wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 60s, rain likely, also windy. Southeast wind gusting up to around 35 miles per hour. Alrighty, Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Rain likely by Friday with more rain chances by Saturday. Temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. Middle 60s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky and more rain showers Monday. Highs in the upper 50s.
Get your rain boots ready, I guess. Well, when we come back, we'll have more news from around the world, including the latest on that Alex Jones verdict. And Tyler Cruz will be here with all the day's sports news. Don't go away.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
She's been learning about the founding of our country, about rights and freedoms. Freedoms that today are under assault. Politician Bruce Poliquin supported amending the U.S. Constitution to ban abortion. He even voted for a nationwide ban. Poliquin would allow politicians to stand between women and their doctors. He supported allowing states to outlaw abortion even in cases of rape or incest. We can't let Bruce Poliquin back in Congress.
DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin, the only brand with real honey and elderberry.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back.
Tums. This Veterans Day, join Fox ABC Maine as we salute and honor our veterans. Are you an active, inactive, or retired member of the armed services? Do you know someone who is? Then upload your photos on foxbangor.com/Maine Heroes. We will randomly select as many veterans as possible to win a gift card. Locally sponsored by Bangor Floral, Firehouse Subs, Overhead Door Company of Bangor, and Saliba's Rug Cleaners, LLC.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Maine football is gearing up for homecoming weekend and a matchup against Monmouth University. Black Bears are coming off of a 200-plus yard rushing performance, and they're looking to grab that second win in a row.
Finally got that win, that we've been searching for a while.
On Saturday, the Black Bears finally got the monkey off their backs, picking up the first win of the year on the road at Hampton University.
Our ability to respond throughout the game. I thought we did that on both sides of the ball, and got put in some situations where we really had our backs against the wall and we responded, and that's been our message, and will continue to be our message.
Also, for the first time this year, the running game came alive.
I felt good to put it out, man. Feel like we've been held on the leash. The running backs, we finally got it going and put out that W.
Our game plan was to just, follow behind our big guys and, lean on the run game a little bit because we felt like we had an advantage in the run game, and that was our game plan. We stuck to it, and it was effective.
The Black Bears had over 200 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns against a Pirates defense that hadn't allowed one before the game.
I feel like we had a great week of practice. Everybody was mentally focused and physically prepared for Hampton.
I think it gives the whole offense some confidence. Guys up front did a great job, just getting a body on body, getting guys out of the way, moving guys. So, and then I think that just helps them in the pass game.
Elijah Barnwell paced Maine with 90 yards and a score, while Freddie Brock added 46 yards and a score, while also catching a 25-yard game-winning touchdown.
I think we feed off each other perfectly, me being a bigger back, more downhill, and him being more shifty and speedy. I feel like we complement each other perfectly.
Complement each other really well. It's like we both know our roles. He's like a power back, more of a speed back, and then in each situation, when we're needed, we're going and put the work in.
And, like they've been doing all year, their goal is to build on that performance as they're back in Orono for homecoming against Monmouth this weekend.
Now just trying to keep this thing going. Always good to get the first one out of the way. A lot more work to do, some corrections to be made starting here at practice today. But it's good to get that one off the shoulders and get this thing rolling.
Monmouth, another team that's kind of susceptible to a big rushing attack, so hopefully the Black Bears can keep it going on Saturday. Going to be a big crowd there. Let's stay in Maine for now. Regular season wrapping up soon for a lot of teams. Let's head over to Herman for some boys soccer. Coyotes coming to visit the Hawks. Both teams looking to rebound off of some pretty close losses earlier in the week. Old Town up 1 first half, trying to make it more. Grayson Tybalt trying to get in position for a shot, but some nice defense from Herman, capped off by the Connor Maservi save. Still 1-0, second half now. Corner kick for the Hawks. Alice Rios Mallet puts it in. Colby Euler with the header, just misses. Still a 1-0 game. Free kick here from Gabe Gifford for Old Town. Beautiful ball right there, just a touch long. Braden Brown keeps it in, but another Maservi save keeps this game at 1-0. All right, crunch time now for the Hawks. Cooper Jensen sends Kyle Martin. Beautiful pass, even better defense from the Yotes to keep the ball from crossing that line. And then here we go, another great chance from Herman off of a free kick, but another save here from Alex McCannell. He would post the shutout. Logan Brown had the lone goal, and the Old Town goes on to win this one. 1-0 is the final. All right, let's take a look at some other scores from around the area now. Holton beating Orono 1-0 in some Class C boys soccer. And then a lot of field hockey scores in Class A over at Cameron Stadium. Bangor over Brewer in a close one, 1-0. Skowhegan improves to 14-0 on the season with a 3-0 win over Messalonsky, and then some more field hockey up in Old Town. Old Town on top of John Baptist. 1-0 is the final there. All right, let's head back down to some football now. Down in Foxborough, we're on week 3 of this Mac Jones high ankle sprain saga. Pat's gearing up for the Browns this upcoming weekend. Now, Bailey Zappi has looked good, don't get me wrong, but Jones is the better quarterback, and if anything, Zappi's performance just lets you not rush Mac back. Jones was moving around at practice again on Wednesday, but still listed as a limited participant. Hoyer is on the injured reserve still, so if there is no Mac, again, it's Bailey Zappi. We know that. We know the depth chart. Belichick says that the rookie's performance does not impact whether or not Mac is active, and when asked if he sees any similarities between the two, classic Belichick answer.
Similar, I don't know. Both right-handed.
Nice to hear some jokes from Bill. He's been very jokey this year. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Senator Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Since being elected, Joe has been a champion of our schools, students, and teachers. Joe Baldacci delivered full funding of all the public schools in Bangor and Herman. Joe Baldacci delivered on free in-school meals for all students in need. Joe Baldacci delivered on free community college to bolster the workforce skills of Maine workers. Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Delivering results for Bangor.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need tractors rated #1 in durability and owner experience so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota BX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
And you wanted to sell him your car?
Yes.
Did you own it?
I did not own the car.
Where's the car?
The car was abandoned. My
How long
insurance
was it sitting out there?
You really want to laugh now, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Hot Bench. Thursday at 3 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is October 13th, 2022. Back on this day in history, in October of 2010, rescuers in Chile used a special capsule to rescue 33 men from a mine a half-mile underground. Remember that? Back in 1775, the U.S. Navy had its origins as the Continental Congress ordered the construction of a naval fleet. And in 1932, President Herbert Hoover laid the cornerstone for the U.S. Supreme Court building in Washington. We have some birthdays to celebrate today. Singer-musician Paul Simon is 81 years old. Singer-musician Sammy Hagar is 75. And singer and TV personality Marie Osmond is 63. Can't forget gold medal swimmer Ian Thorpe either. He is 40 years old today. Happy birthday to all of them. Now we're going to turn our attention over to the forecast. As we've been saying this morning, it looks like a cloudy day ahead, and after that it looks like some strong winds and some heavy rain will move into the area. That could do a number to all the leaves on the trees out there. Hope you've been enjoying the foliage, because some of it is about to end up on the ground. Let's check in with Devin for more.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomas and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. All right, as we get things rolling out there this morning, here we are. We have aerial flood watches in effect, and that will last until about 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. We have heavy rain that will be on the way, and that will equal some problems, though, for some areas that experience a little bit of flooding. On top of that, though, we also have gale warnings, and we also have small crowd advisories, and both of these are also in effect. And it looks like we're also getting some wind advisories issued now as well. Honestly, I'm not surprised with the wind advisories either, as we are going to be dealing with gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour, especially later on. But moving forward, though, here's a look at the radar and satellite. Everything looking pretty decent for now. We are watching a few clouds moving in from the west, going toward the east. And we're going to be watching for increasing clouds as the day progresses on before chances for rain showers start to increase tonight, and especially through the daytime tomorrow. But for now, we're going to be dry today. All the rain will be off toward the west. Anything that tries to develop will be very minimal at best, so I'm going with a mostly cloudy sky forecast for today overall. But moving forward, though, Futurecast showing those rain showers that will be moving in. The best opportunities will occur as we head towards Friday morning. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning period and afternoon period showing a mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig?
All right, thank you very much, Devin. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz. Oh, we already did that one. Stick around. We'll be back with more right after this.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Hi, everyone. It's Troy Pearl. Prices are going up on everything, but we can help bring your energy costs down. All this month, when you buy 4 of our energy-saving windows, we'll give you a 5th for free, plus an additional $150 off your entire project. For a free in-home consultation, visit rbagreatermaine.com.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs. Jam out on the strength machines and get down with some dumbbells. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 14th.
Seniors know a scam when they see one, like Bruce Poliquin.
My heart is breaking for our seniors in Maine.
He says he'll help Maine seniors. But the last time Poliquin was in Congress, he voted to cut $500 billion from Medicare. And he supports raising the retirement age for Social Security. Maine seniors can trust Jared Golden. Jared stood up to both parties to protect Social Security and Medicare.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because Maine seniors earned their retirement.
The law. If you break it,
You didn't pay rent.
you'll pay for it.
It's my show. Nobody cares whether you have a personality or not.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Now to Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist ordered to pay nearly $1 billion for telling lies about the Newtown, Connecticut school shooting. The question now is, will the victims' families ever see that money? ABC's Andrew Dimburst has the latest.
A Connecticut jury has handed Alex Jones a stunning punishment for spreading lies about the Sandy Hook school shooting, finding he should pay nearly $1 billion in damages to the victims' families and an FBI agent who responded to the massacre.
Yeah!
Jones reacted to the verdict on his InfoWars show, pumping his fist into the air, saying the verdict is what he expected.
You get $1 million, you get $100 million, you get $50 million.
Meanwhile, in the courtroom, sobbing from Robbie Parker, who lost his 6-year-old daughter in the shooting.
It's not just the families that are on this lawsuit that have been victims of Alex Jones. There are numberless amount of people in this country, even his own listeners, that have fallen victim to Alex Jones.
A jury found Jones guilty of defamation for claiming victims' parents were actors, calling the Sandy Hook shooting a hoax, and even mocking the grieving parents. The families and the FBI agent testified they received violent threats because of Jones's comments. Jones's legal team claimed those comments are protected under the Constitution.
Today is a very, very, very dark day for freedom of speech.
The nearly $1 billion verdict comes 2 months after a jury in Texas awarded other Sandy Hook families nearly $50 million. And last year, Jones was found liable in 4 other defamation cases. He's now filed for bankruptcy, claiming he has no money. But that may be tough to prove.
He's not going to be able to keep having the everyday items a wealthy person like Alex Jones has. Everything could be subject to this judgment. He's going to have to portray himself as totally broke. And that's not that easy to do.
Jones is expected to appeal the verdict in Connecticut.
That was Andrew Dimbers reporting. Meanwhile, the House Select Committee investigating the deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol is preparing for what will likely be their final public hearing this afternoon. The panel of lawmakers is promising to show new evidence and new video from the January 6th attack, along with testimony from new witnesses, including Ginny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. ABC's Jay O'Brien is in Washington with more on what to expect.
The House Select Committee investigating the deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol, now preparing for what will likely be its final public hearing today. Committee members promising substantial new video and significant witness testimony, using evidence gathered over the last few weeks to fill in previously unknown details.
We're interested in telling the big story, which is this was an organized, premeditated, deliberate hit against the vice president and the Congress to overthrow the 2020 presidential election.
No live witnesses are planned, but since the committee's last hearing in July, several members of former President Donald Trump's cabinet have sat for taped interviews, along with Ginny Thomas, the conservative activist and wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. She told the committee she still believes the election was stolen, but said she had nothing to do with the violence on January 6th. In its previous hearings, the committee making the case the Capitol attack was a direct result of Trump's false claims the election was stolen and showing evidence of attempts to overturn the vote count in several states.
He's become detached from reality if he really believes this stuff.
Most recently showing video of Trump the day after the riot, revealing outtakes from a speech he recorded where he resisted saying the election was over.
But this election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't want to say the election's over. I just want to say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay?
Trump has called the committee's investigation rigged. Meanwhile, the Justice Department is conducting its own separate criminal investigation into January 6th. So far, more than 800 people have been arrested for a variety of crimes, including assaulting Capitol police officers. Around half have pled guilty or been convicted at trial.
Jay O'Brien reporting. We'll hear more from that hearing later on today. And still to come here on the second half of Good Morning Maine, Emma Smith will be here with a special interview. And the latest from Hollywood in your Showbiz Minute. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
It's been a great summer at Dorsey Furniture, but it's time to start thinking about fall. Our new fall introductions are arriving daily and we need to make room. This means big discounts on selected items. How big? Half off. We didn't stop with just a few items. We have marked down every item in every department. Come to Dorsey Furniture during our fall clearance sale and you won't be disappointed. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A, Holden.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Molly.
Hey, John.
Your car's all set to go.
Good, have a
Good
good
to go.
one. Hey, John.
Hi, Molly.
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Hey, Molly.
Hey, John, how are you?
Good.
Come on in.
We're your neighbor, your friend, your banker. Skowhegan Savings.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Gina Ganskip. She is the Education Director at the Penobscot Marine Museum in Searsport. Gina, thank you for being with us today.
I'm happy to be here, thanks.
Of course. And you're here to talk about Twilight Tours, which will be happening on October 14th, correct?
That's correct.
Can you detail what the Twilight Tours are going to be?
Yeah, it's an outdoor event, and we have volunteer actors stationed indoors throughout our 3.5-acre campus, and visitors get to come and walk around and hear stories from the different actors.
Cool. So it's kind of like a night at the museum type of thing.
Yeah, our actors are bringing to life the stories of people that were lost at sea.
Wow. Okay, so specifically, gotcha. Do you have any favorite stories, do you know, or are they kind of on their own to pick out the stories?
We have a variety of stories that they choose from. One of the stories that is going to happen this year is about a local Searsport lady who married a Searsport sea captain, and very soon after that she lost him at sea. And this is a story that happened a lot in Searsport and in this area. But a couple of years later, her sister had twins, and then she died soon after childbirth.
Yep.
And then a few years down the line, she ended up our original character ends up marrying the sister's husband and raising the son. And it's just a really interesting story, but it's also this really tragic tale of loss at sea.
These are stories I guess you guys wouldn't really truly be able to encapsulate just in normal exhibits, so that's why this is so cool, right?
Yeah, well, you get a little taste of it in our normal exhibits, but we don't want to have too much death stories in our normal exhibits.
Right.
So this is kind of an opportunity to bring these stories together. Another story that we're hoping to tell this year is of the Royal Tar, which many people have heard about, which was a steamship that was traveling across Penobscot Bay, and it caught fire. But the interesting part about this was there was a menagerie on board. So a bunch of animals, they had an elephant, and the idea of this, people call it a circus ship today, that went down. And many people were lost and many animals were lost. Really sad story, but really fascinating story to tell.
Yeah, it's crazy how a lot of the saddest stories and the most morbid stories are some of the most interesting.
Yeah,
so it's a big
true.
challenge to kind of cover those stories in a respectful but really interesting way.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And it's also super fitting, with Halloween, because by proxy, these are ghost stories, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Our volunteers have the option to tell the stories as the spirits of these people. And some of our volunteers go all out and are a little bit ghostly, and some are a little campy, and some play it straight.
That's awesome. So there's a variety when you come. Wow. And this is really special to Searsport as well. Like you said, that's a Searsport local. That's a real story of a woman who lost her husband and had to move on with life.
Yes, all of these stories are based on real people or real events that happened in the area.
Gotcha. So, and this is your last event of the season, right?
Correct.
How's the season been? Is this special for you guys to kind of wrap up on this event?
Yeah, it's been a great season. It's so nice to be completely open after COVID and welcoming visitors to us, and they're all having a great time. We have a daily schedule of activities, and people often stay for several hours. But we do close for the season on October 16th, and we'll be open again next Memorial Day. And there are other events throughout the winter. But this is our last big end of season event.
Right. Okay, so this is on the 14th, so then and that's a Friday, so you'll have the Saturday and Sunday too, if that really stirs the pot for people and they're like, oh my gosh, I got to go back before then.
Have to learn more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, can you say exactly, I'm so interested, how many actors do you know will be there?
We usually have about 6 to 8, so it's about a half-hour tour.
Yep.
And we're asking for, if you pre-register, it's only $8, but we do accept walk-ins, and then it's $10 for those people.
When does pre-registration end?
The day before.
The day before. Perfect. That reminds me, I did a tour of Mount Hope Cemetery where people kind of read stories like that. That reminds me of that.
It's a lot like that.
Awesome. Well, where can people learn more?
Yes, go to our website, which is penobscotmarinemuseum.org, and you also can find stuff on our Facebook page.
Awesome. And we will post this on our website, Fox Bangor, as well, with all these details and hyperlinks so that you can just be sent right there. Well, Gina, thank you very much for coming on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course, of course. We'll throw it over to weather now. Thank you.
Alrighty, Craig, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alright, as we get things rolling this morning, we do have aerial flood watches that are in effect, and that will last until about 8 a.m. on Saturday, though, and here are all the counties right here. Pretty much the entire viewing area under this aerial flood watch, and this will last until 8 a.m. on Saturday as heavy rainfall will be possible during that time frame. You may not notice we also have some wind advisories in effect because of gusty winds up to 40 miles per hour that will be possible from time to time, which has prompted some gale warnings that are also in effect until 8 p.m. on Friday as well. The radar on satellite is quiet for now. We just have some clouds moving in. Some returns on the radar farther off towards the north. I think most of us will stay dry out there today with a mostly cloudy sky. All the precipitation is out toward the west, tracking off toward the east, and we're going to keep this rolling throughout the daytime today. So that's why we're going to be watching for the chances for showers increasing later on tonight, and especially guaranteed for the daytime tomorrow. And the gusty winds, again, will be an issue out there as they will increase up to around 25 miles per hour later today. It's really as we head towards tomorrow, I have to watch for gusty winds that can reach up to around 40 miles per hour at times, and that is why we have those wind advisories that are in effect. Wave heights, they are calm for now, only at around 1 to 3 feet according to some of the buoys out there, but I expect this to get a lot higher as that cold front begins to move in. Average high is now 59 degrees. Will be in the upper 60s today, lower 60s Friday, back in the middle 60s Saturday and Sunday, then falling back into the upper 50s Monday to Tuesday, and the lower 50s as we head towards your Wednesday. We have a new fall foliage report out now, and everyone's starting to proceed farther into the fall foliage time frame. Pretty much everyone, Millinock, Bangor, Ellsworth, pretty much close or at peak, including Greenville remaining at peak at this time. So get outside and enjoy the fall foliage before a lot of the leaves begin to blow away. But otherwise, though, moving forward, Futurecast, a mostly cloudy sky today. I think any rainfall will hold off until later on tonight, though, as those rain showers will move in slowly from west to east. And a tight pressure gradient as well, with that gusty wind that can reach up to around 20 to 30, even 40 miles per hour at times. And we'll keep the rain chances going through parts of Friday and parts of Saturday morning before things start to slowly back off. So we're talking about 1 to 2 inches of rain before we're all finished up in a few spots. So at least 2 parts of Saturday evening. We'll run us through before another round begins to move in, at least by Monday. So some decent rainfall on the way, which is good news. Some parts of the state are still in drought. So for today, upper 60s, mostly cloudy and breezy. That south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Middle 50s on the way tonight. Rain likely and windy. That southeast wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 60s, rain likely, also windy. Southeast wind gusting up to around 35 miles per hour. Alrighty, Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Rain likely by Friday with more rain chances by Saturday. Temperatures in the lower to middle 60s. Middle 60s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky and more rain showers Monday. Highs in the upper 50s.
From start to finish, Ware Butler Building Supply will get you there. Ware Butler started in Maine as a lumber operation in the 1920s. Like most Mainers, Ware Butler adapted to the times and became a building supply company. Through good old Maine resolve and calloused hands, Ware Butler has grown with locations throughout Maine, including Lewiston, Auburn. If you're a contractor, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, let the folks at Ware Butler show you the benefits of small-town service. Ware Butler Building Supply, Maine, from start to finish.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
She's been learning about the founding of our country, about rights and freedoms that today are under assault. Politician Bruce Poliquin supported amending the U.S. Constitution to ban abortion. He even voted for a nationwide ban. Poliquin would allow politicians to stand between women and their doctors. He supported allowing states to outlaw abortion even in cases of rape or incest. We can't let Bruce Poliquin back in Congress.
DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Finelli Pizzeria in Ellsworth, now under new ownership, has been using fresh ingredients and ideas on top of our award-winning pizza doughs and sauces for more than 20 years. Come try our famous New York-style pizza. We're sure you'll agree. It's the best pizza you've ever tasted.
We finally have interns again. Don't kill anyone or drop anything inside a patient.
He's bleeding everywhere.
What is wrong with this kid? Figure it out before it's too late.
Welcome back. Now we'll head on over to the Mr. Food Test Kitchen for a classic pork roast recipe.
Whether you're looking for something to serve for a weeknight dinner or for a special Sunday supper, the pork roast we're whipping up today fits the bill. Think of it as that little black dress that goes with everything. Here we have a center-cut pork loin. You want to make sure that when you cook it, you keep the fat side up. This way, while it's roasting, the fat will melt and flavor the meat. To help our glaze penetrate the roast, we cut a crisscross pattern like this and season it with salt and pepper. Now, we pat the roast with a mixture we made by combining some oil with minced garlic and brown sugar. Before popping this in the oven, we surround it with some carrots and Brussels sprouts that we've cut up and tossed with a bit of seasoned oil. Once the pork reaches an internal temperature of 145 degrees, we take it out and let it rest while the veggies finish cooking. There you have it, an all-in-one meal that fits any occasion, anytime. You'll love the super juicy pork, the flavor-packed glaze, and all those perfectly cooked veggies. To get this one-size-fits-all recipe for our brown sugar glazed pork roast, simply visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a simple and special way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
I was certain that I saw him watching me.
In just a few hours, Halloween fans will get to say goodbye. Halloween Ends is billed as the final Halloween movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis and the character of Michael Myers, a franchise that started almost 45 years ago.
Tears, clinging to each other.
At the film's Hollywood premiere this week, Curtis talked about how it feels to wrap up the thing that made her a star.
It feels very challenging, a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings, a lot of gratitude.
Halloween Ends is in theaters for sneak previews tonight, opening wide tomorrow. Sons of Anarchy star Charlie Hunnam is setting out on a new adventure, this time around in India in the 1980s. He stars in the new series Shantaram, playing an escaped convict looking for a fresh start in what was then Bombay, now Mumbai. But he tells me, unfortunately, they weren't able to film in India.
A lot of people have not been to that part of the world. So it was essential that we got India right. And because of the challenges we were facing because of COVID, it became impossible for us to shoot there.
So Bangkok stands in for Bombay. Shantaram debuts Friday on Apple TV+. Kanye West was allegedly so unhinged during an interview this week for the HBO series The Shop that the episode won't air. That according to one of the show hosts, Maverick Carter, who tells Anscape West used the interview to spew more hate speech, which included more anti-Semitic comments on the heels of similar comments that recently got the rapper suspended from Twitter and Instagram. And happy birthday, Borat. Actor Sacha Baron Cohen is 51 today, while Martin star Tisha Campbell is 54. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
Well, there you go. That's it for now, too, folks. We thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
The Singer Estate Collection is the country's largest traveling estate event. Designs by Aaron brings this exclusive collection to you on October 20th. A variety of jewelry dating from the late 1800s to present will be available for purchase. All jewelry is fashioned in gold or platinum and sparkling with precious gemstones. Swing into downtown Bangor and visit Designs by Erin on October 20th and find yourself a piece of history.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous and they can